Dear child, come a little closer, not because you're in trouble, not because you've failed, not because I'm about to weigh you down with something you can't carry, but because this is private, and you've been living with too many eyes on you, too many opinions, too many expectations, too many moments where you had to be okay even when you weren't. So I'm drawing you in gently, as if I'm sitting beside you near a quiet fire, where the world can't interrupt. This is a private message for you, not for the version of you that performs, not for the version of you that keeps it together, not for the version of you that knows what to say, for you, the real you, the one who gets tired and doesn't always know why, the one who feels things deeply and then apologizes for it, the one who tries to be strong but sometimes feels like they're fading. My child, I know what you're emotionally facing, even if you haven't named it out loud, even if you've hidden it under busy days and polite smiles, even if you've told yourself you shouldn't feel this way because others have it worse. I know. I see the quiet heaviness, the pressure in your chest that comes and goes like a wave you try to outrun, the late-night thoughts that keep revisiting old conversations, the self-doubt that sneaks in when things finally get quiet. And I see how you're trying to be brave, trying to stay hopeful, trying to not fall apart. But, precious one, you don't have to hold yourself so tightly when you are with me. Let your grip loosen. Let your shoulders fall just a little, because I'm not here to demand more from you. I'm here to be with you. And this message, this private message, is not meant to overwhelm you. It meant to reach you in the exact place you feel most alone. My child, there are things you carry that no one knows. Small griefs you never gave yourself permission to mourn. Fears you keep tucked away because you don't want to be a burden. Disappointments you swallow because you don't want to sound ungrateful. You've been managing pain instead of healing it. You've been coping instead of resting. And you've been convincing yourself that if you can just get through the next day, the next week, the next problem, then you'll finally breathe. But the finish line keeps moving. And you are tired, my child. Not just sleepy tired, soul tired. The kind of tired that makes even simple things feel heavy. The kind of tired that can make you wonder if something is wrong with you because you can't bounce back like you used to. Listen to me gently. Nothing is wrong with you for being human. Nothing is wrong with you for needing comfort. Nothing is wrong with you for wanting to be understood. You were not created to carry life alone. So come. Let this be a quiet place, a safe place, a private place where you can finally stop bracing. My child, I want to speak to you the way love speaks. Not loud, not harsh, not rushed. I want to speak to you in the tone you needed from someone long ago. The tone that says, I'm here. You're safe. You don't have to prove anything. So I'll start with something simple. I see you. Not the polished version, not the productive version, not the I'm fine version. I see the you who wonders if you're falling behind, the you who worries you're too much, the you who has tried to be strong so long that vulnerability feels dangerous. And I want you to know, my child, you do not frighten me with your emotions. You do not disappoint me with your struggles. You do not bore me with your needs. I am not irritated by your healing process. I am patient with you, even in the parts of your life where you feel stuck, even in the cycles you promised yourself you'd never repeat, even in the moments you look in the mirror and don't recognize who you've become. Beloved family, we faithfully continue creating God messages for you each day. Your encouragement truly strengthens this mission. If you would like to support this work, the support link is available in the description and in the comment box below. Thank you for your prayers. My child, you are not alone in that moment. I am with you in the silent bathroom light. I am with you in the car when you finally exhale after holding it in all day. I am with you in your bed at night when your mind won't stop. You may feel alone, but you are not abandoned. And this private message is my way of touching your shoulder and saying, let me hold this with you, because I know you've been carrying it like a secret box pressed to your chest, afraid that if you open it, everything will spill out, and you won't be able to put yourself back together. Beloved, you don't have to keep the box closed to be safe with me. I can sit with you while you open it one small piece at a time. No rushing, no forcing, just honesty, just presence, just the kind of gentleness that lets your heart unclench without fear. My child, there are moments you've questioned your worth, not always directly. Sometimes it's subtle. You compare yourself and feel smaller. You make a mistake and feel like you are the mistake. Someone doesn't choose you and you assume it means you weren't enough. You get quiet praise and still feel unseen. And part of you wonders, am I actually lovable or only useful? Listen, you are lovable, not because you achieve, not because you stay strong, not because you keep everyone happy. You are lovable because you are mine, because I made you with intention, because I know you in ways no one else can, and I still choose you, not as a project, not as an obligation, as my child. And I want you to hear this privately, where it can land softly. You don't have to earn belonging. You don't have to audition for love. You don't have to shrink to be kept. You don't have to be perfect to be close. I am not holding you at arm's length. I am holding you in my heart. Now, I know you're emotionally facing a mixture of things. It's not just one feeling, is it? It fatigue and fear. It disappointment and longing. It hope trying to survive under a weight of uncertainty. Sometimes you feel okay, and then something small happens. A tone in someone's voice, a reminder, a delay, a memory, and you feel the heaviness return. And you wonder, why am I like this? My child, you are like this because you have cared, because you have loved, because you have tried. Numb people don't ache. Only the ones with tender hearts feel things this deeply. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is a sign that your heart is still alive. And yes, it can be exhausting. But I don't want you to hate the part of you that feels. I want you to learn how to be gentle with yourself again, because you have been hard on you. You've carried an inner voice that speaks with sharp edges, an inner judge that never gives you rest, a constant measuring that leaves you feeling like you're always behind. That voice is loud, but it is not the truest voice. So let me speak privately, clearly, with gentle authority. You are not defined by your worst day. You are not defined by your slow progress. You are not defined by what someone did to you, or what someone failed to give you. You are not defined by the fear that whispers at night. You are defined by my love, and my love is steady. My child, if you could see how I look at you, you would stop punishing yourself for being in process. You would stop using shame as a tool for change. Shame never heals. It only hides. It only tightens. It only makes you feel like you have to disappear when you most need to be held. So in this private message, I am doing the opposite of shame. I am calling you closer. I am letting warmth reach you without conditions. I am giving you permission to be a person, not a performance. Now listen, my child. There is something you've been facing that you haven't said plainly. You've been afraid that you'll always feel like this. Afraid that the heaviness won't lift. Afraid that you'll keep repeating cycles. Afraid that you'll never feel fully secure. Afraid that you'll never be truly seen and chosen and safe. And because you're afraid, you've tried to control everything. Your mind has been working overtime, planning, replaying, preparing for the worst. trying to prevent pain. But control is a hard bed to sleep on. It keeps you awake. It keeps your heart guarded. It keeps your body tense. My child, I'm not asking you to stop caring. I'm asking you to stop carrying. Not all at once, but little by little, like setting down a bag you've been holding for miles. There is a doorway in front of you, and it isn't a doorway of pressure, it's a doorway of rest. Not the kind that comes when everything is solved, the kind that comes when you realize you don't have to solve everything alone. Step into that doorway in your spirit. Just step in, not by doing, by allowing. Allow yourself to be loved without earning. Allow yourself to be held without explaining. Allow yourself to breathe without bracing. My child, you've learned to brace because life has surprised you in painful ways. You've learned to expect disappointment so it won't hit as hard. You've learned to keep your guard up because trust felt costly. And I do not blame you. I honor the part of you that adapted to survive. But survival is not the same as living. And you were made for more than survival. You were made for connection, for peace, for a steady joy that doesn't vanish when circumstances shift. So let me restore you gently, not with force, but with presence. My child, you don't need more pressure. You need tenderness that is strong. The kind of tenderness that doesn't collapse when you cry. The kind that stays when you don't know what to say. The kind that can look at your mess and still call you beloved. That is my tenderness, and it here, right now. Even if you don't feel a rush of emotion, even if your heart feels guarded, even if you're listening with half of you and the other half is still unsure, I'm not offended by your caution. Trust takes time when you've been hurt, so we will go slowly. We will go gently. We will go at the pace your nervous system can handle. You do not have to leap. You can simply sit with me and let the warmth return to places that went cold. My child, there are memories you've tried to outrun, not because you're dramatic, because they hurt, because they left a mark, because they shaped the way you think, because they taught you to expect certain endings. But hear me privately. Your past does not get to decide your future. Pain may have influenced you, but it does not own you. Disappointment may have changed you, but it does not define you. Even if you feel behind, even if you feel delayed, even if you feel like others passed you, I am not late. I am not absent, and you are not forgotten. My child, some things in you are still forming, not because you failed, but because growth is quiet. Healing is quiet. Becoming is often quiet. Like roots growing where no one claps. You've wanted visible proof that you're moving forward, and sometimes the only evidence is this: you're still here, and you're still soft enough to listen. That matters. Now let me say something that might surprise you, beloved. You don't have to be ashamed of how much you needed. You don't have to be ashamed that you wanted love to stay. You don't have to be ashamed that you hoped someone would understand. You don't have to be ashamed that you wanted reassurance. Needing is not a flaw. Needing is part of being human. What wounded you was not that you needed, it was that you were sometimes met with absence, with inconsistency, with coldness, with people who couldn't hold what you offered. And you learned to blame yourself for what they couldn't give. My child, stop taking responsibility for what wasn't yours. Stop carrying guilt for someone else's inability to love you well. You are not too much because someone was limited. You are not unworthy because someone was blind. You are not unlovable because someone was unsafe. I am safe, my child. And I want your heart to feel that safety not as an idea, but as a lived experience. So let's make this private message practical. gentle, and real. Right now you don't have to solve your whole life. Right now you only need to notice what you are carrying in your body. Is your chest tight? Is your stomach heavy? Is your throat holding words you never said? Is your mind racing as if danger is near even when you're in a quiet room? My child, that not you being weak, that you being tired, that you being human, that your system asking for gentleness. So here, let me give you something simple you can receive without pressure. Take one slow breath. Inhale, as if you are breathing in permission. Exhale, as if you are releasing what you can't control. Again. Inhale, and let your body know it doesn't have to fight right now. Exhale, and let your heart know it doesn't have to prove itself right now. Good. Stay with me. My child, you've been afraid to be still because stillness makes you feel. But you were not made to outrun your feelings forever. You were made to be held through them. And I can hold you through every layer. The sadness, the disappointment, the anger you don't like admitting, the loneliness that makes you feel exposed, the fear that you'll be left again. I can hold it all without flinching, and I won't use it against you. My child, this is what I want you to know in the deepest part of this private message. You are not a burden to me. You are not too late. You are not too messy. You are not too far. You are not disqualified because you struggled. You are not rejected because you fell quiet. You are still my child, and I am still here, now. I want to speak to the part of you that feels embarrassed for needing comfort. The part of you that says, I should be over this. I should be stronger. I shouldn't still be hurting. Precious one, healing doesn't move on a schedule that your mind can control. And you don't become strong by denying your pain. You become strong by being loved while you're honest. So let yourself be honest. Even if it's messy. Even if it comes out as tears, or silence, or a long exhale you didn't know you were holding. I'm not judging you, my child. I'm staying with you. And as I stay, I want you to notice how the heaviness shifts when you stop fighting it alone. It doesn't vanish instantly, but it softens, because presence changes the atmosphere. And you were never meant to face your inner storms without shelter. My child, there will be moments ahead when you feel the old fear return. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. And when it happens, I want you to remember this private message, not as a performance, but as a place you can return to. The door is still open. The warmth is still here. My arms are still steady. You can come close again even if you drifted, even if you went quiet, even if you forgot. Because I don't love you in the fragile way humans sometimes do. I love you with steadiness. I love you with patience. I love you with understanding that doesn't humiliate you. My child, you are learning how to be held. And that can feel unfamiliar if you've lived braced for so long. So let it be gradual. Let it be kind. Let it be real. You don't have to force yourself to feel something dramatic. Just let yourself receive what is gentle and true. Now, as we come toward the end of this private message, I want you to carry one thing with you, not as pressure, but as comfort. When you feel alone, you can whisper, I'm here, and I will answer in my way, with my steadiness, often quieter than you expect. Not with loudness, with closeness. Not with shame, with warmth. Not with distance, with presence. My child, you are not invisible to me. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are not beyond care. So breathe now, slowly. Let your body know it can soften. Let your heart know it can rest. You don't have to solve everything tonight. You can simply be here with me for a moment longer. Inhale. Receive. Exhale. Release. And as the firelight in your mind settles into a quiet glow, hear me say it one more time in the gentlest way. This was for you. Private. Personal. Safe. And I am here, my child. Still near. Still steady. Still with you. Breathe. And let yourself be held. Amen. Beloved family, every message you hear is prepared with care and devotion. We continue this mission wholeheartedly. If you would like to help us continue, the support link is provided in the description and in the comment box below. There is no pressure, only gratitude.